Insert generic greeting here, and welcome to yet another food tasting video. Today I'm joined by Sophia.
Hi.
And the stuff we decided to go for today are Irish crisps or chips or whatever you want to call them. It depends on, I guess, what variety of English you're speaking. There's quite a bunch in here. I'm gonna put them behind us. I also have toast and, well, it's not butter, but technically butter. We haven't talked about that. I'm not sure if you can figure what's going on, but Irish people will know why I have toast and butter.
What?
We're gonna get to that in a second.
Are we making a sandwich?
We're making sandwiches with crisps.
Okay.
Because apparently that's the most Irish thing you can go to. That's what I was with a friend in Ireland when I shopped all of these, and she told me about it, and she told me we have to do that. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy toast then. And butter, it's not butter because we're lactose intolerant, but like margarine tastes very similar. I think it's less healthy technically, but like, who the hell cares? We're eating chips.
Yeah.
And I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna randomly grab behind us because there's so many chips and I wouldn't know any proper order to go for it with this. I'm not sure if we're gonna make sandwiches with all of them because I feel like that would be a lot of sandwiches. Salt and vinegar squares.
Yeah.
Which isn't exactly crisps in the classical sense, but I think some of the ones I have are oddly shaped. Also, the brand is called Wicked Kitchen.
Yeah, and they are gluten-free and vegan.
Which is great. Salt and vinegar is also very much the go-to flavor for that area of the world. But I would probably not put these on a bread because I think this would just be not very well fitting.
I mean, we can taste them and then decide, right?
Stuff like this is where I realize how my taste buds have changed over the years. Because this is definitely still too much vinegar for me. But in comparison to, I don't know, 6 years ago when I first had salt and vinegar, this is much better. And I don't even think it's different from it.
I think it tastes really just like vinegar with a bit of salt. The square itself, I don't know what it's made from, does not really have a flavor.
Potato starch. And lentil flour. I was gonna say, it doesn't really have the same texture as a potato chip, so I was like, there's something else gonna be in there.
Yeah, it's weird. It's really crunchy and then it breaks down to kind of a powder. It's kind of powdery after you chew it. It's not my favorite, I have to say, but it tastes okay. I think if you want to go for an option with a little bit more protein, and it's gluten-free and vegan, and you are craving something with vinegar, I guess you could go for those. Maybe they would be good with a dip of some sort, because the shape of them I think would be great for dipping. Oh, absolutely. I want to kind of try to go to the bottom of the box. So here we have the first one from Tato, which I think is like the typical company that people go for when doing the sandwiches. So we're probably gonna make one with these. Okay. And this is the flavor cheese and onion. Now this is a very small bag, but this is like a very typical thing as well in Ireland and also in Britain. They always have these like lunch deals where you basically get like a sandwich, one of these sizes of chips and a drink for a specific price. And that's where I know these bags from, because every supermarket has them, literally because of that. It's interesting because, again, the second mentioned thing is more heavy. Like, this tastes to me like 90% onion with a tiny bit of cheese somewhere in the background. It's not bad, but it feels like I'm eating an onion. Yeah, it's what I was going to say. It tastes just like, I don't know, just like onions and then maybe a hint of cheese, but more like it's a bit creamy.
Yeah.
But the texture is really much better than the squares.
Okay, so I'm doing the thing that every guy tells you. Putting butter on both sides.
On both?
On both sides.
Okay. Yeah, right.
This is a bit messy because they're all not really flat chips, so
Can you eat a sandwich like this without it being messy? I kind of have the feeling that this is something that I would have done as a child. Like, if my parents weren't around and me after school just wanting to have like a quick meal or a snack, and then just throwing stuff that is in a pantry on top of each other, this would have happened.
I feel like there's too little chips.
There's a lot of bread.
It's a lot of bread and a lot of butter and a bit of chip. That's also what I would have made as a child, and it's also what my parents would have screamed at me for if I did that. Like my mom just would have killed me.
Right now I think it's just okay.
I mean, I like that it's crunchy. This makes not toasted toast a lot better to eat. Because not toasted toast is actually kind of disgusting to me, and I usually would always toast. But this is alright, like I could eat that.
Yeah, right. Those are Tato Mega Minis. I think the package looks fun.
What is that even?
Pickled onion flavor.
Why did I get that?
The package looks fun.
Yeah, I like the package, and it's Tato, I guess.
And it's
we also should really eat them because they apparently were best before the 29th of December and we have the 8th of January. I mean, that doesn't mean they're bad, but like, probably shouldn't let them have... What? That wouldn't have been a sentence. I probably shouldn't let them stay in my cupboards for like another month.
I think
I probably can, but like, yeah.
Still fine.
That is a fragrance for sure.
Oh, they smell really oniony and sour.
I never had pickled onion, but this kind of tastes to me like vinegar. Like nothing else, just vinegar.
No, I think there's something else. I think there's a slight taste of onion too, but I think what really, I don't know if it's even in there, but it tastes like thyme to me. Like there's thyme in this. And of corn. It tastes a bit like corn. I don't know if corn is in there too. Maybe the base of this is
it could
made
be corn
from
chips.
corn.
Maize, yeah. I like them more than the other vinegar ones. If I would take this as vinegar. Like the vinegar level in this is better for me. I definitely see myself eating this within 5 minutes, especially because it's such a tiny bag. But I don't think I would go to buy it again.
I think the texture is really great. It's really crunchy and it kind of dissolves when you eat it.
Oh yeah.
And I would eat those. I think I would brush the back of these. Yeah.
Oh, that's the tiny one. Tato Skips. We have like very weirdly shaped crisps from Tato. I don't know if I didn't find any normal crisps from Tato. But this is prawn cocktail flavor. Oh, this is also made from maize. There's nothing in there.
But the shape's cute.
I think it's meant to be like a flower. But I don't see the connection between prawn cocktail and flowers. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that prawn cocktail isn't meant to taste like prawn, but like the sauce that you put the prawn in. So this is actually fine. Like it's just slightly fishy, which is weird because prawn cocktail flavor shouldn't be fishy at all.
I actually don't like prawn cocktail. I like prawns, but I don't like the sauce, so I don't really like these, but the texture again is really nice, just the flavoring I don't like.
Oh yeah, if we would have chips with the same texture with a different flavor, I'd totally buy them.
Yeah.
Because like texture wise, these are my favorite ones so far. These are very nice to eat.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to choose another one.
We weren't exactly sure how to pronounce these. We think it's like cough. I had Irish for like a semester. Tami Bjergan Gelge Agam. But I completely forgot how to pronounce certain words. But I think it's cough.
Cooked by Eric is written on it.
It also mentions which field the potatoes were grown on and which variety the potatoes are. This is like oddly specific. I've never seen that on a chips bag in my life. Interestingly enough, it also says shamrock and sour cream. Does that mean they are flavored like shamrock? Does shamrock have a flavor? Do people eat shamrock? It kind of just tastes like sour cream, but the herbs in there are definitely a bit different to what I'm used to, especially texture-wise. Like, the herbs seem bigger, and I'm not sure if that's like, you know, inherent to the shamrock or if they just chopped them bigger than they usually would. I feel like it's the latter, but like, there is a slight difference, but I haven't eaten sour cream for a while, so I can't really tell from my recent memory how different it is.
I think it tastes a bit, the aftertaste is a bit nutty. Maybe that's from the shamrock. I don't know what shamrock tastes like, but I could imagine it tasting a bit like nutty. And yeah, and I think the most prominent flavor definitely is the sour cream, which happens to be the second mentioned flavor again.
This is also one I'm gonna put on a sandwich because I feel like this would actually work. Like, I feel like sour cream has something cream cheesy, so... This actually works pretty well. I still should reduce the butter a bit.
Yeah.
But otherwise...
It's better than the...
Was it the onion one? I think so.
Cheese and onion, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Those crisps in general have more flavor than the other ones. They won like Great Taste 2016, so if you can get those, I think give them a try. They're tasting, in my opinion, pretty unique.
Potato muchos. Folded crispy tortilla snacks, nacho cheese flavor.
Okay, now with that taste, I'm a bit worried.
They smell very artificial, the bag at least does.
I mean, nacho cheese does taste artificial.
I like the shape of that. First bite, immediately they're more spicy than I thought they would be. Like, they're not really spicy, but you have spice. I'm not sure how to describe that properly.
Okay.
But also, this is weird. I kind of expected there would be like cheese inside, but there's nothing inside. It's just hollow.
What I can say about the flavor, the first flavor that comes to my mind is sunflower oil. The second one is nacho cheese. I think it's pretty accurately nacho cheese flavored.
Yeah, sunflower oil is literally the first mentioned ingredient, so...
Oh, wow, okay. The seasoning is pretty good, just in my opinion the sunflower oil is a bit too forward in this.
It's also, like, even though it's nacho cheese flavored, I kind of want to have a nacho cheese dip to dip them in. Like, it feels like something's lacking. Otherwise they're great. I don't think I could eat an entire bag because now I feel like, where's the dip?
Okay, we have a new brand, O'Donnell's, and it's the flavor mature cheese and red onion. They also won Great Taste, but in 2020.
What happened?
I think the flavors kind of all over the place.
I feel like it's not very flavorful. Like, there's flavor, but it's very mild.
It's like you get a hit of cheese and then you get a bit of onion and then you get cheese again. In my opinion.
But all of it is very mild.
I would say...
Like, it's all there, but it's not like...
I would say it's but I mean, the cheese flavor is the flavor of a more sharp tasting cheese, but it's not overwhelmingly flavored. It's pretty tame, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
With all of these potato crisps, you can't really taste the potato that much. But
I feel like in this one the most, actually, now that I think about it.
Yes, in this one the most, but not, the potato is not that present. Oh, I should look.
I just looked for a second as well, but... Okay, this time we have Tesco Finest Barbecue Beef. It also says here again the variety of the potatoes and then the grower. I don't think any country does that, but I also don't think I ever paid attention to that, so I don't even know if I can claim that right now.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know how much you can see here with the camera, but this is so empty, oh my god. You have to reach so far in to get one out. Yeah, this smells just like barbecue, honestly. Something's off about them. Like, it is barbecue, but it's also stale.
It's like a pretty mild barbecue sauce, pretty sweet barbecue sauce, not much smoky flavor, and then something weird.
I never had that, but it kind of tastes like it would be one of the dishes that was reduced in alcohol. Like, it feels like there's alcohol, but not really alcohol. Let me see if there's anything mentioned on the...
It tastes also a bit burnt, like the aftertaste.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Light bit burnt.
These are among my least favorite from what we had so far, actually.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy those for myself. I'm not the biggest fan of barbecue chips anyway, so yeah, I probably wouldn't even eat them if they were given to me.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And another taste one, it's smoky bacon.
I think these are actually crisps, yeah.
Yeah.
For once.
It just smells like barely anything.
Is this meant to be bacon?
This just tastes like artificially.
Yeah, but not even like bacon, it just tastes like... I don't know what that is supposed to be.
That's so weird. Like, if you like those, what happened to your taste buds? But
it's also so thin, like they're almost crumbling.
Are they getting better the more you eat them? Okay.
I'm not a fan of bacon, but I ate enough bacon in my life to know this is not what bacon tastes like.
Yes. Yeah, I think I even like the barbecue steak ones better than those. What I like about Tato is the salt level. I don't really like too salty chips, so I appreciate them not being extremely salty.
If only they would then taste really good.
But like, salt is the flavor enhancer, so...
Yeah. And here we have another flavor of O'Donnell's, and this one is actually limited edition black pudding flavor. I actually, when I was in Ireland, had my first black pudding ever. I actually kind of like that, which is interesting because we have an equivalent of black pudding in Germany. And I knew what that was and I always thought I would hate it from the get-go, so I never tried it. But black pudding and white pudding are actually pretty good, so I might like the German equivalent as well, I don't know.
I also tried black pudding, but in England, and I didn't like it, but I also don't like the German equivalent. I also had the German equivalent, so if I'm not going to like those, it might be because they really taste like black pudding.
They smell interesting, but to me kind of mushroom-ish. Like slightly, not really, but slightly.
No? I think they smell a bit like black pudding, really.
That might be black pudding flavor. I like them less than the actual thing, but they're alright. They're obviously very distinct in its flavor.
Yeah.
So this is the thing you gotta like to like them, technically.
I actually like the crisps. I have to say I don't hate black pudding. It's just that I don't love it. And those chips, like, they are fine. I would eat those. But they also are not overwhelmingly flavored. It's again like the last ones from O'Donnell's. They are pretty mild in flavoring. I also like the design of those. Those look fancy.
What I don't like is that they are just more firm.
I'm always picking the Tato ones.
True.
Okay, those are called Tato Snacks Potato puffed. And the flavor is cheese and onion, probably another like other texture. They look a bit like the potato squares, right?
True, yeah.
The first ones we had.
Okay, that's a very different texture to everything we had today.
Mm-hmm. The flavor, I think, is pretty much the same as like the normal crisp ones.
The onion, yeah. It's again very oniony. I think that's the last small one. Here we have... I really got every variety of potatoes. Here we have Tato Rancheroos bacon flavor.
Another bacon flavor. Hopefully it's better than the last one.
Hopefully there's actually bacon to begin with. This looks like pork rinds, which I hate. I really dislike pork rinds.
Everything with pork rinds or pork rinds on its own?
Pork rinds itself. I don't think it's pork rinds, but I think they're trying to simulate pork rinds.
The texture is pretty similar to pork rinds, actually.
And the flavoring.
Yeah.
Like this doesn't taste like bacon. This tastes like pork rinds.
Yeah, but the flavor of pork rinds is stronger than this, but yeah.
Absolutely, but like they're trying to mimic that, I feel like.
Yeah.
Only 2 more left, luckily. I'm really starting to get full.
Same.
Like, I'm happy I got such a big variety, but also at one point you're like, that's enough to get.
Okay, another one of the coves.
Who knows?
Coves. I'm just going to call them coves now. And those are sweet chili flavored, and they were made by Renata.
Renata.
Made by Renata, and it's also from Middleton, and the variety is Lady Claire. New recipe, more sweet, same heat. I don't think there's any heat there. And they are pretty sweet, yes.
For me there is a little bit of heat, but it's also... they're weird. Like, I don't even know what's going on. I have like a million different herbal flavors in my mouth right now, and every of them is weird. None of them go with each other, and I don't want to have any of them.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're fine. I don't really like paprika or chili chips, and also they are a bit too sweet for me.
They aren't like the worst thing I've ever eaten, but they're not for me.
For me neither. As I said, I don't like chips like this. Okay, so we have the last bag and we need to make a sandwich with those. Right?
Yeah, we should make one more. This is, again, O'Donnell's. In a minute, I think. And this is hickory flavor. I don't know what hickory is.
I don't either. Should I Google?
Maybe Google it, because there's nothing on here that describes hickory. There's not even a picture of it on here, there's just crisps on it. I'm like...
we still don't know what hickory is.
Apparently it's like from the family of walnut trees. But like, is it walnut now? Is it similar to walnut? Is it something entirely different that's just in the same family? I don't know.
What does it smell like?
I can't even tell if this smells nutty.
Okay.
Eating this still doesn't explain to me what hickory is. I still don't understand.
I think it tastes oniony.
A bit, yeah.
And
there's onion powder in there.
A bit sweet, and
there's also caramelized sugar powder in there. You're always very on point when you're randomly saying things that it tastes like.
But I like them. They're actually pretty good.
They're alright, but like... I also don't feel like I want to make another sandwich with these.
I'm kind of over it too, like, I won't be mad if we don't do another sandwich.
But yeah, this was an experience.
Yeah.
I didn't hate any of them really. But also there's no flavor where I'm like, I need to have this in my life, I feel like.
If I will visit Ireland, maybe I buy some of those again.
I think I got a bit over my head with buying all of these. I mean, it's good that I had such a variety in flavors, obviously. But it's also like, I don't have a use for those, so I'm probably just gonna give them away to people again. Which I'm actually like, I don't think people notice because I never really mentioned it in videos, but whenever I do these kind of candy videos, I'm actually not eating the stuff afterwards. I always just write in my local food sharing group and I'm like, hey, I have like another 10 bags of chips from country that and that, somebody can take them. There's just so many flavors where I think it's been obvious in this video that I would not finish those if I would have them. So I'm like just gonna give them away simply to not have food waste. And you know, that way I feel like while these videos are probably entertaining for some, they're also gonna do something good for other people. Like, you know, some people that don't have money for snacks and now they have 10 chips packets from Ireland, I guess, with weird flavors, I don't know. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this video, I hope you found it entertaining. If you did, please leave a like. Comment down below anything you want to comment down below. Like maybe, for example, how wrong we did all the sandwiches, or how wrong my picks for flavors and brands was. Or how correct it was, I don't know. Don't want to be an overly pessimist, maybe it was all perfect, who knows. Either way, if you enjoy videos like this one, or travel vlogs, travel dogs, cooking videos, urban exploring, beauty stuff, social commentary, story times, I honestly don't even know what I'm doing at this point anymore. I would just advise you to go check out the rest of my channel. I do a bunch of different genres, and a lot of them are about different cultures in some way, shape or form, with some random outliers. But, you know, you get a best picture by checking out the channel yourself. And if you want to support me financially, Patreon and Ko-fi are in the description, as well as my link to my Discord server. That is not really much of a YouTube server, it's mostly a hangout place, so I don't even know why I keep mentioning that, but if you want to be there, if you want to talk to me about I don't know what, feel free to do that. And I should get going, I'm talking way too much, so hopefully see you around next time. Bye!
Bye!